Hello viewers, and welcome back to Let's Carry YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my weather radio collection. Now I'm not really going to be showcasing any of the ones I already showed off in my last video, since I've already told you about kind of their backstories and like where I've gotten them from. I'm going to be mainly showcasing the new ones I've gotten, so let's get into the video. Over here I have my 08, 09, and 2010 Midland WR100s. My goal this year is to get at least every single year of WR100s, but that's going to be kind of hard, since most of the time I just find V5s at my local Goodwill and just mainly places that I find them. Now, I'm not going to be showing off all of these, but I'm going to do a quick test on one of them just to show you how these sound. Go to menu. I got this one at my local Goodwill, and if you can tell by the label already, this one has a bad tuner. This is fairly common with 08 versions, some version 5s. Honestly, version 5 is the worst in my opinion, since they have a lot of issues. I'm pretty sure my 2010 one was the one that I showed off, but this other one I also found at Goodwill. It was the same location as that one. Now over here is my Midland WR120s. Basically every single one of these I've found at Goodwill. So let's test this one right here. This is an easy version. This one I also found at Goodwill. It's missing its faceplate, but it's also an easy version. This one right here is a 2010, and this one over here is a 2012. Right here is an easy version. This one I've had pretty long. You can see by the dust on it. But this one I found at a flea market, and a lot of these I found at the same flea market. So this one's also just another easy version. Basically every single one that I have is an easy, but there's only one DSP version. This one is also from 2012. Now, last time I made this video, there was a WR100 over here, but I replaced it with my WR120. Basically, since I found a lot of these, I just decided to put one to use instead of using my WR100, because these have way better features and stuff. And my WR100 is kind of having some issues where it just went cut off at the end of message, like I said in the last video. So this one's also an easy. Now, this one's from the year 2021. Now, here I'm going to be showcasing my DSP one. This one is made in 2025. Bought this from Amazon last year, and I'm going to be testing this one since basically all the easy ones have the same alert tone. So let's test this one real quick. For some reason on DSP versions, it just cuts off the alert test. You don't have to manually press a button to get it off. That's kind of weird. Over here, I've already showed this one off before. This is just my RadioShack 12251. Let's just do a test on this one real quick. You have to hold down weather, turn it on, hold clear. Now this one is my favorite one out of every single weather radio that I've gotten, because honestly I just like this one way better. It's pretty good for its time when this thing was released. Over here is my GE Instant Weather Alert. I found this at Goodwill. I'm pretty sure there's a price sticker still on it. Yep, $5.99. But there are two main problems with these models. First is the resistors on the back of it burn the motherboard because of how old they got and because they crack over time. Now, I've already replaced one of them. I just need to order the other one. And the second issue is the speakers kind of get old and they blow out on these. And that's what happened here. But you can still hear pretty much most of the stuff that comes out of it. I like this weather logo, and it also lights up. Yeah, you can hear how quiet this one is. There's a switch on the back of these that turn on a weather alert tone. And as you can see, the weather light is blinking, but the switch over here, you need to put some WD-40 on it. I haven't gone to that yet since it's kind of finicky where you have to move it around a little bit to make it do the alert tone. There we go. Right here is my RadioShack 12250. I'm not really going into much detail. Let's just do an alert test real quick. You have to hold down the off button, turn it on, and press alert. Over here is my Midland WR109. I got this at the same flea market that I've mentioned in this video. I got this one, this Emerson EWR850. And this Midland WR120 at the same place. A common issue about this radio is it'll start making a bunch of weird noises. Now this one does it, but I can't say the same about this one. But you can see how the plastic's kind of gotten old. And the buttons on older weather radios kind of get old and they don't work, but this one, you kind of have to press really hard to make it work. Got to borrow this WR120's power cord. And let's do an alert test. Yeah, these ones tend to be really loud. See, yeah, you can see how that doesn't really work. To press weather, you have to press alert.
Chance of snow 30%.
Over here is another 74109. I bought this at Google. This thing still had the plastic wrap on it. But unfortunately, this one has an issue that many of them have where it makes a bunch of weird noises. You can kind of hear it. Turn it on. Kind of hear the weird noises. Now, the alert test on this one is kind of messed up since it's getting old. See if I can do it real quick. Yeah, these... Yeah, age hasn't really done a good thing to these ones. You can hear my station ID there. Over here is a Radio Shack 12240. These ones don't really have any value to them. I got this at a estate sale for $1. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put it right here. But basically, I found this one with a different one. Now, I'm not going to feature that other one. It was a weatherman alert because, well, there was some issues with it when I was taking it apart. And even my second channel can't restore that one, so I don't feel like putting that in this video, so let's just do a test on this one. These ones tend to be loud just like the 74109s. I'm also going to steal the WR120 power cord for this EWR850. This one does that when I plug it in. I'm not sure why. Now, speaker does sound a little bit blown out. I'm pretty sure that just has to do with age, but if I press weather, it sounds fine. It's just when I do the alert test because it's really loud noise and it's on an old speaker. Sort of like vibrates the whole thing. I bought this one at the same flea market that I've mentioned in this video. I bought this for, I think it was $5. And yeah, that was a pretty good deal for one of these. Over here is my WR10. This is my second favorite weather radio. Let's do an alert test. Now, something you've got to appreciate about these is that they modeled it after the Midland M logo. Now, I've seen that they changed this, and I don't really like the new logo. I've already went into detail in my other video. I'm going to try to put it in the description of this one or just paste in the comments. But you can see I need to silence this manually. And let's see, I haven't really set up the channel yet, so you can't really hear that. Over here's my Radio Shack 12522. This one's a pretty rare one. Now, I found this at an antique store for about $9. And honestly, that was a steal for one of these. I do have the clip for this. I just put it away in the meantime. Now, let's hear the reception on this one.
Chance of snow 40%.
And let's hear the alert tone. You just saw the degrees too, right? The next generation is doomed. This is my Radio Shack Pro 404. I got this at Goodwill for, I think it was $3.99 because the batteries in this one kind of corroded it, but I fixed it up. And I'm not sure how to make a alert tone out of this, but I do know how to tune it to my local weather station.
Crossville, clear, 32.
Now, the one thing I do like about this is that there's a headphone jack, which is what I use to record the broadcast. I'm pretty sure I uploaded a few videos with this one. Here's my Midland Extra Talk GXT 635. I got this at a yard sale for $1. I did hear this go off once when it was in weather mode, but I'm not sure how to make the alert tone because you can't really go into weather mode and do an alert test. Pretty sure I know which call tone that I heard when this thing went off. I'm pretty sure that's the call tone that I heard when this thing went off once. I'm not sure how to self-activate it since I don't have a FM transmitter yet. In the closet here, I have this 2007 Midland WR100, and I bought this one for $4 since it was on sale. It was half off from $8. It's also a version 5. Anyways, if you like what you saw, consider subscribing. That's going to be the best way to support this content. If you like videos like this, be sure to check out my other channel, SKR Restore. It's at the top of my YouTube page. And I'll see you later.